Hi, my name is Rick, and like you, I'm passionate about this great game of golf. Now, in this lesson, I'd like to share some information with you about grip pressure and also grip posture. Now, I saw this a long time ago, and it was, I think Harvey Penick said this, and I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he's one of the great teachers of all time. And he talks about finding a yardstick and using the yardstick as the guide on how to put your hands on a club. So he uses the yardstick and he pretty much sets his hands. And when you do this, you get a really good understanding of how the hand position is. I think there's strength in that drill, but I'd like to add something more to that. Now, since my hand is, since my club is not flat and it actually is round, we're going to use our fingers instead. And this is an amendment to my other grip lesson where I showed you that I grabbed my entire hand. Well, at this point, I'm going to make some adjustments for you. Take out my club, and what I'm going to do is use the amount of fingers that you need that will represent the width of your grip. In my case, it's 2 fingers. So what I do is this. I take my left hand and I grab my right hand. And here's the reason why I do that. Number one, my left hand is giving me feedback on how much pressure I should apply. And the reason why the left hand can do that is because the right hand is being squeezed. The right hand says, left hand, that's too hard. So when I squeeze my right hand, I can tell the difference between really tight and really loose. So I just want to get a feel that when I grab it, when I tug at it, there's a little tension. I don't want to be able to grab at it and pull my hand out. And I don't want to grab at it so it actually changes the color of my fingers. So I think you'll get a better understanding when you grab your 2 fingers and hold it. And that's one way to understand grip pressure. Now, let me show you the actual grip or how I do that. And I'll show you something else, and I'll include it in the lesson. And I think you'll get a better understanding what grip pressure and the grip actually feels like when you're swinging a club. One of the things I've wanted to do is try to simplify everything and yet make it understandable to everyone. So what I'm going to show you is this. All you have to do is take your hand and simply go to your dress position and drop your hand down. And what's going to happen if you look at my hand, when I drop it down, you can see the way my fingers are lined up. All I have to do is close my fingers. And you can see there's an angle developed. See the angle? This is lower than this. Well, that's where the club actually fits in. So I don't have to give it any more thought than simply drop my hand. Now I'm going to drop it in my fingers, just like this. All right? So my hand comes in flat, like grabbing the ruler. My hand comes in flat, just like this. I hang it down, and I simply drop it in. Again, as soon as I do that, it'll be in the correct position. That's it. Now, that's the grip, a neutral grip. And I do this in front of me, and I don't do it to the side of me. All right? I want to see that my hand is hanging there. That's where it would hang normally. I let it hang where it hangs normally. I simply drop it into the grip. There you go. And it should be, you'll see it in many cases across this line. It looks like this. Well, if you hang your hand just like this, that's what it'll fall into. So I drop my hand in there. Now, I don't squeeze my hand. I simply close my fingers. Close the fingers. At that point, I leave my thumb pad off. I'll take my other hand, my right hand. Now, I'll use this part of my right hand to pick up the club. All right? Just like that. So, I'm going to drop it in the spot. I'm going to close my 3 last fingers, not my top finger. I'm going to pick up the club like this. Just like that. And the reason why I keep this finger open, I may want to interlock my grip. All right? So, again, I'll just pick it up. At this point, I'll simply take my thumb pad and close it. Now, when you close your thumb pad like this, it's going to form an angle. Don't close it out like this. All you do, in fact, this is actually a technique we use in martial arts. It's called sword hand, right? It's called shuto. You see how my fingers are lined up? That's pretty much the angle. And if I turn it sideways, you'll see how the angles form right there. So I'm going to drop it in, just like that. I'm going to pick it up, and then I'm going to close my hand. And then I'm going to slide my right hand down. Now again, you could have an interlocking grip, you could have an overlapping grip, or you could have a 10-finger grip. That's entirely up to you. So I slide it down, and then I take my other palm pad, and I simply close it on top of it. Now if you look at the grip, that's pretty neutral. And there you go. Not too hard to do. Now, I showed you grabbing the finger. This drill in itself, if you simply close the hand, not grip the club, take your hand, simply close the fingers, pick it up. That will be, golf teachers will tell you to use a scale of 1 to 10. That would be like a 4 pressure. Well, there you go. Right? I'm not sure about the numbers. However, I do know when I grab my own fingers, I can tell what pressure feels like. So what I do at this point, once I do that, I'm going to swing the club. Now, you want to swing it at a pace that you can control. So as I swing the club, I'm going to let go with my right hand. Now, I can swing this pretty fast, and that club's not coming out of my hand because centrifugal force actually is tugging at my grip, and my grip, without me thinking about it, will tighten up slightly. It doesn't really need me to think about it. So I'll do that first with my left hand. And then what I'll do it with my right hand. I'll take it back, I'll release my left hand, then I'll do it with my right hand. I start it up again, I'll swing it back, I'll let go, and I'll get a feel. Now my right hand's not going to let go either. And that's pretty much the pressure I want to use. So take a reasonably fast pace. I would say this is probably for me about 50% of my power, and that's it. That's all you really need. That's pretty much it. My name is Rick, like you. I'm passionate about this great game of golf. I know it's going to help you, and I'll see you out there. Thanks for watching.